Live round 4, scheduled for 6. These two heavyweights have been banging pretty good since the opening round. As far as the last round was concerned, Randy and I gave it again to James Broad. We got him pitching a shutout through 3. Got ahead by 3 points, 15-12. Broad had his cut open on his right eyelid in the second round. It did not reopen during the third. The right eye of James Smith in the gold is swollen. Both fighters have really slowed up considerably.
You know, while you and I both have given, it's a shutout we have for James Broad. But the thing is, they're what I call competitive rounds.
And down goes James Smith because of a body shot. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good night, sweet Prince. James Broad has knocked out James Smith.
Left eye. And this is the 12th round, and now it's Smith who has to think about the cut. And Holmes, being the professional, goes right after it.
Well, now you're going to see a master at work, Larry Holmes. He's going to be using that left jab. He's going to work on that eye.
I don't think they will let this go too far. Smashing right hand, and the blood pours from the eye. And I'm sure Davey Pearl, when he separates them, will look at this. He does, and it goes on. In Holmes' corner, they tell him to go after it. That's what the sport's all about. It's ugly, but that's what it's about.
Now watch your heads, both of you. Get out.
Larry needs to watch that left hook of Bonecrusher. Davey Pearl telling him to watch the head also.
Step out. Come on, turn him loose.
Smith back on his heels. Holmes unquestionably the stronger of the two at this juncture.
Hold it up, Larry. I'm going to check him out. All right, come here.
And we're going to take another look at the eye of Smith. And Smith is on rubber legs here. That they will stop it here.
Both of these fighters will be going to St. Elsewhere after this fight.
It's over.
And it's over.
It is over.
Battle underway. I know, Russ, it was only 4 years ago that Donovan Razor Ruddock thought his professional boxing career was all over. He fought in the Halifax, Dartmouth area against a journeyman fighter from the New York area, as I recall, by the name of Dave Draco.
That's right.
Thoroughly boxed his ears off for 8 rounds, and then all of a sudden in round 9, it was Razor Ruddock who was totally out of gas, and he lost by a TKO. They discovered after that bout that he was suffering from a rare respiratory ailment. He thought his career was over. But fortunately, after a year layoff from the ring, they were able to treat it with medication. It's been upward and onward ever since.
It sure has, and he is looking like a champ.
Oh, caught him with a right hand.
Sure did. Just earlier in the round, he feinted Bonecrusher. He didn't even throw a punch, and Bonecrusher was ducking and bopping and weaving at nothing. There was nothing there. I'm impressed with this young man. This guy is good. He is somebody to be dealt with in the heavyweight division.
Well, you know, Russ, the Canadian heavyweight title really hasn't had a lot of respect when you think about it, unless you go back to the days of George Cervello. I'm talking now on the international scene. This young man seems as though he has the ability to give that title some respect in the world again.
Absolutely, no doubt about it, Doug. I'm impressed. This guy is good. Oh, good body shot.
And once again, Smith trying to fight back, but every time he throws that left hook, Russ, he's landing it low, and I'm a little surprised that Perez hasn't cautioned it.
Me too. I'm surprised as well, Doug. There it is
again. There it is again, below the belt. Oh, boy.
Those are desperation punches now. He's throwing desperate. This is not going to go the distance, Doug.
Bonecrusher is showing some battle scars now. His face looks like he had an argument with a garbage truck, I'll tell you. He's tired.
He sure is. Oh, good up that. Oh, nice shots underneath.
Razor Ruddock looking fresh as a daisy. Right cross, landed. There's another one. Right hand. Bonecrusher looking to tie up. Ruddock left hand. He's down. He's down. Couple of right hands followed by a left hook. And I think he might have got one more right in there, but that's going to be it, Russ. It's over. Holy cow, count him out.
Evander Holyfield was right. They're going to have to pay him a lot of money to face this man.
You got that right, but not for the reason that Evander Holyfield elucidated. He was saying, why should I fight a guy that's number 6? They'll have to pay him a lot of money to fight Razor Ruddock.
You want to try it again? One more round, and I think reluctantly, Bonecrusher said, okay. Meanwhile, the corner of Lionel Butler complaining furiously at the delay while the doctor looked at the jaw. And I suppose because we couldn't hear, the doctor said the jaw is not broken.
I do not believe they can tell here. They have to x-ray the jaw to find out if it's broken. There's no way they can tell. It'll feel like you broke your jaw even when you jack it. Now Bonecrusher could now turn into Bone Clutcher like he was back in March of 1987 against Mike Tyson. Remember, he went the distance with Tyson and losing, but picked up the name Bone Clutcher for tying up.
Boy, that was after winning the world title in December of '86 with that tremendous upset of Tim Witherspoon, knocking Witherspoon down 3 times in the first round. But James has been thinking more and more about going back to the insurance company that he owns and runs in North Carolina and giving up boxing, but he still has the desire, he says. Yeah, but not exactly your typical picture of an insurance agent. You have to consider the whole life from Bonecrusher.
Yeah, health insurance. He probably gets good health insurance.
Halfway through round number 3.
You know, Butler is fighting like he's hurt. Lionel Butler, when you have an opponent that's ready to get out like Smith is, you have to help those kind of fighters out. They're not going to quit. They have too much pride. They're going to stay in there as long as you do not force it. Now I'm for bringing Wayne McCullough back in.
And you look at Lionel Butler, and this does not appear to be a man who is ready to fight for a world title.
Not at all. Perception. Once again, perception. It's so very important.
Bonecrusher landing a few shots. That wakes up Butler, who goes to the body, down to the head, and Bonecrusher goes down. And I think, given the fact that he didn't want to really fight this round, Bonecrusher won't be getting up. The crowd obviously dissatisfied.
They love a determined performance, but they despise a quitter.
Now, Bonecrusher, we can't tell if he's seriously hurt or not. The eyes open for a moment, and they've been closed for about the last 20-25 seconds.
Etter det sikter bare oppover og fremover for Bonecrusher. Kulminerte litt altså i at han vant på knockout over Frank Bruno, og så fikk han en VM-sjans mot Barry Holmes tilbake i 84. Tappte da på knockout i 12. runde, men har altså blitt verdensmester siden da. Men det skal vi ikke snakke om nå, for nå er vi i gang med 5. runde.
Ja, Brian skulle slå lite mer. Med vänster.
Treffer Brian med en lang venstre hugg.
Ja, vänsterkrok mot hakan och sen mot magen. Skulle Brian försöka. Det var det. Det ska han slita sig. Kistan på honom.
Treffer han fint med 3 slag når han går inn. Han går slagene inn, Brian Nielsen, på en meget spesiell måte. Noen ganger fungerer det, da ser det bra ut. Andre ganger så er det litt annerledes. Han blir noen ganger kontret når han gjør det. blir matchen tyngre og tyngre. Totalt 240 kilo. Så tung er matchen.
Ja.
Ikke småtteri det, Ingmar.
Ja, det är ju Bonecrusher. Jag förvånar att han hänger med nu.
Han er type som kan det, så han gir seg ikke med det første. Ai, det blir nok en skalle, og det blir et kutt på Bonecrusher, et voldsomt kutt. De skaller i sammen i det de går i sammen, og da tror jeg ikke at Bonecrusher vil særlig mer. Et voldsomt kutt ble det.
Han fikk en veldig øyenskade der.
Ja, det var når Brian gikk inn med hodet.
Brian gikk inn med hodet, ja.
Det ble en skalle, og det var vel ikke meningen det. Men da skal dommeren, eller legen, se om han kan fortsette. Nei, sier han. Midt oppe det hele så går gongongen, det er ikke riktig, for matchen er vel... Ja, nå ble jeg litt usikker på om matchen er over eller ikke.
Ja, matchen er over, og...
Her så vi skallen. Det var ikke med hensikt, det er helt sikkert. Men sånt kan skje, og da er det så... Skal vi se det igjen, Ingmar? Her ser vi han går inn med hodet, og det så ikke bra ut.
Nei.
Det ble et voldsomt jakk over her, ser vi, Ingmar.
Ja, visst. Hemskt øyenskade.
Ja. Det er ingen chans for at det kan fortsette å pøse på med vaselin der. Ai, ai, ai.
Toes down, dancing and dancing. And Larry would often do this in his prime, get up on his toes and get that head wiggling back and forth. And that was indicative of the time that he was going to try and take a guy out. Let's see if he has the power and the stamina to do it. Maybe he's got a second win, maybe not. Loads up the right hand and catches Bonecrusher behind his ear. Then Larry, as soon as Bonecrusher gets in there and has had a lockdown with those elbows, Bonecrusher tries to walk him towards the ropes. Larry back down on his heels again now.
Larry, of course, I believe the only time he was stopped was by Mike Tyson in his career.
Well, it's the only time I can remember him getting knocked down and staying down, and there was a...
Come on, let's go.
What's going on here? You talking to the crowd?
He may be ordering room service for after the fight.
Oh, he suckered Bonecrusher in, and down goes Smith.
Is it a slip?
Yeah, it's a slip. He just loaded up his shot so hard, he went right off his feet, and Bill Clancy right there on top of it to say,
all right.
But Bonecrusher didn't want to get up.
All right, guys, let's not turn this into the WWF now.
Going along pretty good until we saw a couple of strange things happen there. Not quite sure what Larry was doing, talking to the crowd. It looked like he was talking to the talk. Was loaded up a right hand.
Larry looks angry again this round. Somebody may have said something to him. He didn't look too pleased when he was talking back down to the crowd. I'm not sure about what happened there.
But he still has that look in his eye like he'd like to finish it. He catches Bonecrusher, backs him off on his heels, went with that left hand and then the right hand right behind it. Bonecrusher looks winded with his jaw down, comes with a light left hook. Larry chasing him down, trying to hunt him down. Larry would like to finish this thing right now. Goes to the body, back upstairs. Larry doesn't want to have to go to the 9th round. Loading up shot. Bonecrusher holds his hand up. Larry wails to the body. And now, what's happening here? I don't know why the referee comes in and he stops the fight. It's all over. Evidently, Bonecrusher was hurt. Larry looked like he was trying to do something. It looks like Bonecrusher threw his shoulder out.
Don't forget, against Joe Bugner a year ago, Bonecrusher Smith really injured his right shoulder. I think he was damaged goods. I don't know if he was damaged goods for the whole fight, but clearly, Bonecrusher Smith could do very little with Larry Holmes tonight.
Well, it'll be scored as an 8th round TKO for Larry Holmes. And what we saw, it was certainly interesting. You'll get the interview in there, John, and we'll hear exactly. I believe that he must have thrown his shoulder out again. He was victimized by an injured shoulder.